It's Friday, August 9. In the headlines, full electrical restoration for St. Elizabeth set for August 31. In business news, the Jamaica Business Development Corporation served 2,711 SMEs in 2023. Regionally, Barbados could be the boat-building hub for the region. And in sports, Rashid Broadbell wins bronze in 110-meter hurdles. We also have highlights from this week's celebration of Jamaica's independence. This is the Weekend News on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Babji Grange, remains in hospital. She was admitted earlier this week for breathing issues. The PBCJ understands that she has not contracted COVID-19. However, Parliamentary Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Abka Fitzhenley, says she was admitted to the ICU as a precautionary measure, but was expected to be released from the ICU soon.
She has been actively engaged in monitoring developments, including what's happening at the Olympic Games. I spoke to the minister and she has asked me to indicate that she's grateful for the good wishes and she expects to be well soon.
Customers in St. Elizabeth who are without electricity will have to wait another 2 weeks before the utility is restored. That update from JPS's new president and CEO, Hugh Grant. The company has now set a date of August 31 for restoration of service to sections of St. Elizabeth where its distribution infrastructure was totally destroyed. Mr. Grant, who visited the parish earlier this week, told the press, quote, "Based on the extent of the devastation, the electrical infrastructure that supplies sections of St. Elizabeth needs to be completely rebuilt. In some areas, the network will need to be redesigned and lines relocated. The rebuilding process will be challenging and tedious because of the difficult rocky terrain in which we are working." End quote. He notes that his team is acutely aware of the frustration being experienced by customers who are still without electricity. He says they are doing everything they can to expedite the process. Mr. Grant says, quote, "We have acquired additional equipment and forged new partnerships with local and overseas contractors and suppliers. We will be redeploying resources from across the other parishes to focus exclusively on St. Elizabeth over the next few weeks." End quote. He says priority attention will be given to critical water pumps as well as educational institutions in St. Elizabeth during the rebuilding process. According to the JPS boss, his team will be working closely with the local representatives and will be in the communities with outreach activities to help ease the residents' discomfort and support their journey to full recovery. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is alerting pensioners and PATH beneficiaries to a potential scam involving fake text and WhatsApp messages. On Thursday, the ministry issued a statement warning that scammers are sending messages claiming that bonus funds are being disbursed. These messages are fraudulent and not from the government of Jamaica. The ministry urges anyone receiving such messages via SMS, email, or any other medium to report them to the police immediately. Pensioners and beneficiaries are strongly advised not to share banking or personal information through text messages, internet links, or similar channels. For concerns or information about the ministry's programs, individuals are encouraged to contact the ministry directly. Criminals can steal your actual credit card or obtain your credit card number, often by skimming, phishing, or vishing. Financial expert and CEO of Profit Jumpstarter, Keisha Bailey, shares tips on how to secure your credit card in part 3 of this JIS feature.
Scams are very common. We want to protect ourselves as it comes to credit cards. You know, general things, cover the pin where you're putting it. Do not just have the credit card lying out there, you know, exposing the number and the CVV on the back of the card. We don't want to do that. Some persons lock their credit card. I've seen them do that where, you know, they set a very small daily transactional limit so that if the card is stolen, somebody's not out there running up the credit card as well. Another thing we think about credit card security is that two-step authentication. This is where now we do a transaction, but we get notified by email or text message about that transaction. That way, if it is not you who did the transaction, you see an email pop up, you can say, wait, that's not me. Let me quickly call my bank, tell them about this fraudulent transaction so that they can shut down my card and prevent any future fraudulent transactions on the card. The first way is called the avalanche method. Second way, we call it the snowball method. Number one in both methods, stop using the card. And then we're gonna write down the card balance and the associated interest rate on the card. So that means pulling up the statement, write down that outstanding balance and writing down the interest rate. A lot of people don't know the interest rate, but it's on the statement. It's on your monthly statement. Or you can call the bank and ask them about the interest. And then there are two ways you can go about it. The first way, you can start with the card with the highest interest rate and say, I'm gonna focus on paying that off first. So all your extra income, you're gonna put that towards paying off the card. The rest of the cards, you're only making the minimum payment. Then you work down to the next one, and going down that series of interest rates. Second method is saying, all right, I want to pay off the card with the highest outstanding balance first. A lot of people choose that method because it gives you more satisfaction. You say, well, when I knock off the 10 million card or the 100,000 card, I feel good. It inspires me to keep going. So you're gonna pay off the card with the highest outstanding balance. Pay as much as you can, and then the remaining cards, you're only making the minimum payment each month. So I want you to take a stab at either one. They both work. Try, tested, and proven they work. Pay down by interest rate, the highest one to the lowest, or pay down by outstanding balance, the highest to the lowest. But key thing, stop use the cards while you're paying them off. Put them in a drawer, put them in a box, put them under your bed, under your mattress. Make sure you stop using them because that's the only way you're gonna be able to pay them down. You can't be paying and using at the same time. You're gonna be in a rat race and the balance will never go down.
In the business news, the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, JBDC, served 2,711 clients from the micro, small and medium-sized enterprise sector in 2023, representing various industries. The information is contained in the Planning Institute of Jamaica's Economic and Social Survey Jamaica 2023, which was tabled in Parliament recently. Female-headed MSMEs comprised 50.7% of those assisted, while male-headed MSMEs accounted for 34.7%, with approximately 14.6% being owned. Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited for the 6 months ended June 30, 2024, reports 6 months net profit of $13.92 million. For the quarter ended June 30, 2024, TJH recorded revenues of $19.9 million, reflecting a 9% increase of $1.7 million compared to revenues of $18.2 million for the comparative quarter in 2023. Revenue for the 6-month period closed on $39.7 million, up $3.5 million when compared to the $36.2 million earned for the same period in 2023. This increase was due to greater levels of traffic over the previous year, in addition to movements in the toll tariff, which is reviewed annually. Time now for a report on the movement in the stock exchange world from Denise Williams.
During trading for the period of August 8, 2024, The following companies represent the top 3 most active stocks that investors bought and sold on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The following companies represent the volume leaders. Hardware distributor Lumber Depot Limited with 3,014,929 units, representing 20.47% of the market value in terms of sales. Alternative energy provider Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 2,602,101 units, representing 17.66% in terms of sales. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited with 948,466 units, representing 6.44% in terms of sales. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies on the stock market, we turn to the forex market. On August 8, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $48.2 million was bought from forex traders, while US $65.9 million was sold to forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $158.12 and bought the US dollars for $156.14. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.98, which represents a profit for forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian forex traders earned a trading profit of $1.16 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $115.30 and bought for $114.14. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $5.63, selling it for $201.35 and buying it for $195.72. For the credit report tip of the day, we again look at the impact of unemployment on your credit, which is a massive asset in your financial portfolio, and then we look at how to rebuild it. So here are some steps to get you back on track. Seek professional help if needed. We want you to work with a reputable credit counseling service for personalized advice and to create a plan for improving your credit. Consider debt management plans to consolidate debts into one monthly payment. We want you to also monitor your credit regularly. So keep track of your progress by regularly checking your credit report and your credit score. This will help you to stay motivated and make necessary adjustments.
In regional news, the principal of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, Ian Drakes, remains committed to making Barbados a hub for boat building and maintenance. Though the last boat building course was held in 2003, a new course was reintroduced last year after discussions with the Fisheries Division. However, only 2 people enrolled. Drakes emphasizes that the program is still active and encourages interested individuals to reach out. He notes that just as Barbados focuses on building resilient homes, SJPI aims to enhance boat building, incorporating renewable energy and improved industry standards.
We put together a training program to train persons in boat building and repairs. We even summons one of our instructors who had retired and who has been trained in the UK, United Kingdom, to provide that training. And we did a lot of marketing, and we got all of 2 applicants showing an interest in the program, which we were willing and had put a stipend in place to help those who may be struggling with bus fare and lunch money. There are a lot of parents who have been trying hard to get person into the SJPI for all types of trades, but no one takes an interest to boat building. So we are saying to the public, if you have a child that has an interest, boat building can gain lots of money in repairs and maintenance for this country before we wait to barrel the sequel.
Children in Haiti are facing severe challenges due to ongoing instability and violence, which has disrupted their education. In response, the United Nations and its partners, including Education Cannot Wait, are intensifying efforts to help these affected children return to school.
Je m'appelle René Cayenne, je suis en classe terminale dans le lycée national de Pétionville. Il arrive un moment que côté Pétionville lui-même vient subir même bagaille que l'autre zone a subi tout. Les problèmes sécurité, bandits a fait ravage, a kidnapping tout ça. Tirer moun fait moun subir des bagailles que pas supposé vivre. C'est une raison qui permet que l'école mote vienne fermer. C'était vraiment triste, nous-mêmes élèves en classe terminale, qui subir une épreuve, et côté que nous pas comme si suivre gros gens que nous avons suivre. Comment examen ça va faire qui sent qu'on ça va mettre sous feuille examen ça pendant que pas jamais suivre en cours.
Enormous violence has forced them out of school. But when the Ministry of Education and UNICEF and local organizations come together, it is possible to offer a counter-positive force.
L'État paysan prend une décision côté que les mettez un cours de rattrapage dans chaque école qui fait le samedi et le dimanche. Les professeurs travaillent assez bien, nous comprenons bien que nous ne pouvons pas finir rattraper tout vraiment, mais nous avons essayé de rattraper un peu dans le temps que nous avons perdu, dans le temps que nous avons fait par l'école. Si pas de coup de rattrapage, je pense que oui, nous avons un examen, nous avons composé, nous avons réussi, mais il y a des choses, nous avons été médiocres sur eux, nous n'avons pas appris. Pendant que nous avons une opportunité pour nous retourner à l'école, on s'est tout nous qui pas une opportunité ça. À qui cause ça, il y a ces problèmes d'insécurité pour les pays à subir. Ça qui arrive tous ces problèmes de déplacement. Et ça qui arrive tout malheureusement ces parents qui n'ont pas assez moyens pour ça.
In Grenada, a GoFundMe campaign has raised 200,000 East Caribbean dollars in support of rebuilding education and health facilities in Petit Martinique, following the devastation by Hurricane Beryl. More details in this report.
A GoFundMe campaign started with the initial target of $35,000 has quickly turned into a whopping $200,000 in support of the rebuilding of CARICOM and Petit Martinique following the devastation by Hurricane Beryl just over a month ago. The man behind the initiative, Adam DeCall, explained how $35,000 multiplied more than 5 times due to the unwavering support from regional and international well-wishers.
Manager of Coles Food Stores, and I'm here to donate the funds for the rebuilding efforts of CARICOM and Petit Martinique. The story behind this fund is one of transformation of helplessness into hope. It originated from my own feelings of helplessness when Hurricane Beryl approached the island. I happened to be away on holiday. I know many other persons who weren't on the island would have felt the same helplessness, unable to physically help prior, during, and after the hurricane. In a moment of feeling helpless while I was away after the hurricane, a thought came to me to collect funds, build a fund, do what you can. I followed this thought and started a GoFundMe page trying to raise $35,000, which at the time I thought was ludicrous. How would we ever earn that much funds? But however, due to the generosity of people donating and sharing, we have now raised $200,000 plus.
DeCall said the funds are meant to go towards the rebuilding of education and health facilities in Petit Martinique. He gave his commitment to seeing the funds utilized for its intended purpose.
This fund was always intended for rebuilding efforts. After visiting our sister islands, I pledged these funds for the rebuilding of the health clinic and the school in Petit Martinique. There can be nothing more important than the health and education of the people, and rebuilding these facilities will have a significant impact on the island. I am fully committed to ensuring these structures are rebuilt better and stronger, so they may even serve as shelters in future hurricanes. The clinic, as residents have shared, has lost its roof a few times, and I want to ensure that this time is the last time. I want to say the Minister of Health, Mr. Telesford, contacted me this morning saying the same exact things to me, and that his goal is to see that the building is built back stronger, better, and greener.
In addition to the hundreds of homes damaged or completely destroyed by Hurricane Beryl, essential infrastructure, including schools, hospitals, and community centers, were also severely affected. Cherian Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Angostura Limited has developed a limited edition special signature rum to highlight the Caribbean community's 50th anniversary celebrations. The company handed over a bottle of the rum to the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs on Wednesday. TTT's Terrian Brown Campbell reports.
Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Dr. Amory Brown, joined with Angostura Limited officials to introduce a unique blend of rum to celebrate CARICOM's Jubilee anniversary.
This CARICOM Tribute Rum is a key part of a collaborative initiative by the West Indies Rum and Spirits Producers Association, with 13 member state distillers that have worked to create magic, to craft signature liquors specific to this anniversary occasion.
Developed by Angostura's all-female blending team, this latest product enhances the company's brand heritage.
CARICOM's rums, particularly Angostura's, have received international acclaim. Ours is the best, of course, and are central to our island vibe appeal.
Angostura's Chief Operating Officer, Ian Forbes, says the 240 bottles in this limited edition are earmarked for particular hands.
Angostura Tribute CARICOM release promotes the Caribbean as the birthplace of rum, highlighting the diversity and high quality of rum produced within the region. By distributing these products to key stakeholders, including heads of government and international missions, we aim to educate and raise global awareness about Caribbean rum.
The limited edition Angostura Tribute CARICOM rum will be given to CARICOM for regional and international hospitality events, to be displayed and sampled at mission and embassy events. Terrian Brown Campbell, TTT News.
In sports, Jamaica's medal count at the Paris Olympics rose to 6 on Thursday as Rashid Broadwell secured bronze in the men's 110 meters hurdles final. Broadwell clocked a season best 13.09 seconds, matching the time of the USA's Daniel Roberts, who took silver. American Grant Holloway claimed gold with a time of 12.99 seconds. Fellow Jamaicans Orlando Bennett and former Olympic champion Hansel Parchment finished 7th and 8th respectively. Jamaica's medal tally at the Games now stands 1 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze. At the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, Great Britain's Matthew Hudson Smith celebrated his silver medal in the 400 meters final with a powerful tribute to his Jamaican heritage. Hudson Smith set a new European record with a lifetime best of 43.44 seconds, finishing just behind USA's Quincy Hall, who won gold with 43.40 seconds. The race was one of the fastest in history, with the top 5 finishers all breaking the 44-second barrier. Hudson Smith proudly waved both the British and Jamaican flags, dedicating the gesture to his Jamaican grandmothers and highlighting his deep connection to his cultural roots. His celebration resonated with fans and family, emphasizing the importance of heritage in his athletic journey. Before we finish the weekend newscast, we have a special feature highlighting Jamaica's grand celebration of 62 years of independence. This year, the theme is Jamaica 62, One Love to the World. And the Grand Gala Independence celebrations held August 6th at the National Stadium in Kingston was spectacular, with over 30,000 Jamaicans in attendance and thousands more watching across the media landscape. Just in case you missed it or you don't mind reminiscing, here are some highlights.
move in on targets and provide protection, support, firepower to police operations where specialized tactics are necessary to minimize casualties. Not only do we have an all-female SWAT team here today, but the SWAT team itself is commanded by Assistant Superintendent Shaniel Natty, the first woman to lead it. Each one of these young women today represents the excellence of the women who have come before them in this noble institution. Indeed, women are taking their place. Now, let's welcome the festival song winner for 2024, Camellia Candy Isaacs.
We've come a long way, standing in a strong way. You know why? We never give up on God, cause Him not give up on we. Oh, cause many we are one.
Stadium, sing with me, say. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Say, with it.
Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Can you feel my pain? Give us a better way. Things are really bad. The only friend I know.
Jamaican, we up on the one that help me sing along. If you're ready for this song, let's go. Shout it out and let me know. Jesus, my burden bearer. Jesus, my heavy load cheerer. My bridge over troubled water. Sing closer than a brother. Somebody.
And that's it for the news on PBCJ. Have a great weekend.